Hi everyone, welcome to Trader Neo. This is your friend Aryan, uh, bringing you a new video on explanation of a trade taken by me. In this video, as usual, we will be discussing the psychological factors, the psychological status that I faced during this trade, how I managed them, and how the trade went. So let's move on to the screen and see how the trade was executed. Let's go. On the screen, we have a equity chart. This is a daily chart. Let me zoom zoom. Okay, it is better zoomed out. So on the daily chart, we can see that there is a. Let me mark out. So we see that price is near as support. This was a very okay. This was a long time back support. When it was around 2023. Yeah, this was 2023. After in the December there was a rally which took prices higher, and after that for the whole year it was in a consolidation phase. Then it broke down. Then at this level, it has again come back to this level. Let me mark the. See, this is one. We can say it as one zone, and this is another zone. So from a higher zone it has now come back to lower zone and price is now at a support level. Okay, this was on the daily chart. Now let's move on to the, we can say, let's move on to weekly chart. Sorry, not weekly chart, exact. Okay, let's first zoom in the chart a bit. Let me remove the drawings. Yeah, on zooming in we can find that this, okay, this ad is annoying. Let's measure this one, how much it is. Okay, measuring. Okay, measuring. अरे यार, why is it not measuring? Anyways, it is not measure. Time to pause, reload, reload, dismiss. Daily chart, move. Okay, on that here we can see the measure. Can you see this? This is 9.17, approximately 10%. So in these 3 days, there has been 10% down move, and there is not much correction also. After this down move, let me remove the drawing. See, there was a gap down here, gap down. Why was it gap down? Due to negative. As you guys know, there at that time, few days back, on Friday, India-Pak tensions were going on, border tensions, war-like scenarios, and so there was a gap down. However, the surprising thing was that even on such a hugely negative news, the fall was not much. The fall was not much. You can see here. This was last day closing, and this is gap down. And for there was not much gap, and so since it was a war-like situation, only I had anticipated that there, if any equity goes more than 2 to 3%, like 4% down, I will aggressively buy it. However, there was no equity down so great. Only if I found this equity to be down and at a lucrative price, and so I, let me move on to 5 minute chart. I will show you where my entry were. let's first replay one by one. Okay, so this is previous bar. Okay, now let's remove the drawing. Let's start the replay. Let me first see how much time is there. Okay, we have 5 minutes. Within 3 minutes, we will wrap it up. Okay, so yep, this was the day starting. At this red candle, I had thought of entering. However, I was like I had placed my buy order a little cheaper, and so it did not execute. And see this green candle. Seeing this green candle, I was what do we call uh, negative scenario. Like I thought that I missed the opportunity to go long. However, I did not panic much, and so I waited for it. Again, price came back to my level. At this point, I entered. Here, I let me mark this candle to be precise. I entered. Then within 2 to 3 candles, I saw a decent profit, and so I marked my stop loss here. In the shorts video you might have seen. So here my SL was hit, and I acquired like around 1500 profits. And after hitting my SL, when I saw the price at my entry level, I re-entered it. And this time, since I had made a profit of 1500, I was able to risk it. And so I took the risk and waited for the price movement. I can see that price was for a whole day, it was inside a zone. It's still going on. Okay, so it traded in a zone, and so it also gave me a confidence to hold on to the trade, and so I held. So let's move. And this was sometimes what it was showing profit, sometimes it was showing loss. However, I had thought of taking good profit on this one, because this was a war day. Someday there was a long weekend, so in this long weekend there can be some positive news. Like all the negative ones are already factored in, so if there is something positive, then there can be short covering, and this short covering can lead to huge price up move. Anticipating that, I took the risk. So this was the day end of last day. Now let me move on to another chart. In the previous chart, we were not able to see today's data, and so I opened this TradingView application. This is TradingView application, and in the same 5 minute chart, remember this was like price of closed here, and today with a gap up, see how much, like it is 5% up move. The price is from yesterday's closing to today's opening, it is 5% up, and so it gave me a huge profit. I somewhere around this level, it is 5 minutes, yes, it's somewhere around this level itself. I in the initial candle itself, I booked my profit because there was a decent profit. I did not want to like risk it for anything else. However, had I waited it, you can see I could have gained like a couple of more thousands. Anyways, that is the part of the game we are in. I had thought of putting stop loss, but since the profit was so huge, I could not control my psychology, and I booked it just at a at a decent profit. So that was all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please feel free to ping in the comments any doubts you have regarding this. See you guys in the next video with another technical analysis explained. And bye bye, guys. Signing off, Aryan.